Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a pack with me. I will be showing you a few tips and tricks I like to do when traveling and packing. And today's a special edition because I'll be going to Europe, but I'll be moving through cities. I'll be going to different cities. So I need to have a smaller bag and I don't want to carry a lot of stuff. I don't want it to be so heavy that you end up struggling with your suitcase. So I will be taking a medium suitcase. I will be showing you when I start packing. I will show you the luggage I'll be taking. I'll also will be showing you my carry-on. And one thing I like to do before packing. So a few tips before you start packing is that you should always check the weather of where you're going. So I like to check it a week before because I like to start packing a week before. And I also check it the day before I leave because the weather can change from one week to the other. But this way you get a look into what the weather will be, so you can pack accordingly if it will be rainy, cold, windy, sunny, and that way you have the appropriate clothing. Another thing I like to do is to plan the itinerary beforehand because that way if you do some research beforehand you can know which places to go, if you're going to be walking a lot, all the means of transportation in the cities you'll be going, so you can also take appropriate shoes. And if you're going to be walking a lot, I highly recommend taking some tennis shoes or running shoes so you will be comfortable, and maybe take a pair of high heels if you know you're gonna be going out or for a fancy dinner, but always have comfortable shoes with you. And another thing I like to do before I start packing is to do a packing list. So I literally, after checking the weather and what I will be doing, because it depends, like if you're just going for a leisure trip or if you're just gonna be hanging out in a few spots, or maybe you're going on a business trip, or like you're gonna be on the beach and just laying by the pool all day. You don't have to take that many clothes and like comfortable shoes. But if you're gonna be like a normal hardcore tourist and you're gonna be walking around the whole city or different cities or places or whatever, you need to pack comfortable shoes. Also, if your flights are very long, you should be as comfortable as possible. So pack maybe a tracksuit, and that way you can be comfy in the airplane and take a nap. And well, anyway, so after I check all that things, I like to make a packing list. So I'll literally do like a checklist of all the things I should take, from shampoo, 3 pairs of, I don't know, jeans, 4 skirts, 3 socks, I don't know, whatever. So I like to do it. I will be showing you my list that I have in my room where I start packing. So this way you know exactly what you need, and you can recheck it. And maybe if you remember you need to take maybe a jacket, you just write it down. And when you start packing, you go through your list, and I like to lay everything out in my room, and then you start just crossing out the items in your packing list. That way you avoid forgetting anything, and you will be able to pack in a more orderly fashion. And trust me, it will be so much easier to pack if you have a packing list. So that's it for the pre-packing tips, and let's get packing. Okay guys, so this is the luggage I'll be taking. As I told you before, I'll be using a small to medium bag. So this is a duffel bag, but it also has wheels, see, and it has this handle, so it will be easier to carry. As a carry-on, I'll be taking this backpack. It's from Tumi, and it's very comfortable because of the straps. So this is amazing to travel with. It's very useful for the airport, airplane, and also throughout your whole trip. You can carry this around and you won't get tired. And it also fits a lot of things. It has a lot of small pouches, and it's just amazing. I'll show you when I pack all the different spaces it has once I pack this bag. So as I told you guys before, I always like to do a packing list when I travel, and I like to color each square of the things I start laying out in my room so I don't forget anything and it's easier to pack. And once I start putting everything into my luggage, then I'll completely scratch off one of the, like, each item. First off, I like to lay out my airplane outfit. So since I'll be traveling by night, I want to be as comfortable as possible. So I'll be taking this tracksuit by Nike for Paris Saint-Germain. In this part, the luggage has two sections. The lower section, I like to put all the shoes I'll be taking. So since I'll be walking a lot and still working out, I'll take my running shoes, some comfortable shoes, and in case you might go out to dinner, I always like to take a pair of high heels. And this way your clothes don't get dirty because of your shoes being on top of them. And also in this section, after that, you can start putting your dirty clothes and in a plastic bag, and then just stuffing it on top of this, and you won't mix any of your clean and dirty things. So now we'll start with the next section. Is, for example, taking all the medicines you might need. I like to put them in these little Ziploc bags, and these ones I always take them in my carry-on in case your bag gets lost. You have all your medicines, and because you don't know if you'll be able to replace them wherever you're going, so you need to take them with you, and always make sure you have enough for your trip. So that's why I have a bunch of little boxes. So these are all my also like taking some extra medicines as like Advil or special flu products, just in case you might get sick or one of your friends or family gets sick. You don't have to go to the doctor over there. And also very important, I like to take vitamin C, because you know you'll get tired, you're out of your routine, it might be rainy, cold, whatever. You should always carry vitamin C with you, so that way you take a package each day, and that will help you stay healthy and not get sick on your trip. Another trick I like to do is putting my underwear and my socks in Ziploc bags, because this way they're all together and you don't have to struggle looking for them in your suitcase and taking everything out. So you just take this little package out and you can choose anything. So another trick I like to do is instead of taking a toiletry bag, if you don't have that much space like I won't have in my bag, I take this Tupperware, this type of Tupperware that has sections on it, and you just put all your products here, like my cotton rounds, Q-tips, Tampax for your period if you're a girl. If not, you can fill anything else here. Also, I like to use these little containers and just put what I need. So this is my face wash. I don't use a lot of face wash, so that's why I didn't fill it up, because it's a special dermatological face wash and you just need a little bit. My toner, instead of taking the big Clinique bottle, I just put it here. And of course you should get one of these for your toothbrush so it doesn't get dirty. For my carry-on, there are a few things I like to take with me on board. So the first thing are face masks. So here I put a couple of face masks. As you can see, I bought a bunch. So this way, when you're in a long flight, you can help your skin with hydration and other types of things, like hydrating and purifying your face with a sheet mask. And They're easy to use, they don't weight, and you just can keep them here nicely, and you just grab one and put it on your seat, and you have a little pampering session on the airplane. On this side, I like to put all my my phone charger, my my watch charger. My Garmin needs to be plugged in. I also carry the charger for my earbuds. And if you're traveling abroad, you should always research if they have the same light connections. So I'm going to Europe and they don't have the same as back here home, so I always carry this with me, and I carry it with me on board because you know, you don't know if you might have no battery when you get there, or if you have to wait a lot of time on the airport, and I just like to keep the important things with me. Here I like to keep my passport. I don't like to keep it on the outer pouches because I don't know if someone might open them and steal it. So your passport is very important to keep it safe, but also accessible. So that's where it goes. Here I put my earbuds. They go here. There are these tiny ones. They're great for running and they're wireless, and it's just so cute that they fit into this little case. I also like to carry some Lysol and some hand sanitizer because airplanes, airports, and just traveling can be very dirty, so you should always keep some antibacterial stuff with you. And here I like to keep my medicines. As I told you before, you should always keep your medicines with you in case your luggage gets lost. You have it on you and you won't have to worry about your medicines. Here are my sunglasses, and I'll put my makeup. I always carry it with me on board. So here, this space is where my makeup will be, and then I'll show you guys. Here I always like to put any documents, extra documents that I might need, or I'll be printing some tickets for attractions I've already bought, and I'll put it in a folder and stick it here. So now let me show you how I'm gonna pack my makeup, because I have such a reduced space. So we're not gonna take a makeup travel case, but we'll just use two cosmetic bags and we'll fit them here. So let me show you guys. Okay, so instead of taking a makeup case, a big one, since I need to save space, I'll just be taking these two cosmetic bags, one for my makeup and this one for my brushes. This one's from Kenzo. I believe I got it as a gift when I bought some perfumes like a long time ago. And this one I bought it at MAC Cosmetics. This was a special edition, Nutcracker special edition for the holidays, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. So I like that it's hard and you can keep your brushes, and this one is very spacey. So I'll show you what I'll be taking. So these are the makeup products I'll be taking with me. Of course, I'll be taking my trustworthy Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. What I like to do is just run through my head of all the steps I do in my makeup. That way I don't forget any products. So first we need a primer. After that I usually do my under eyes. So my MAC Cosmetics Correcting Duo and my Tarte Creaseless Concealer. These are the next items we'll be taking. And then I like to use this concealer, MAC Cosmetic Concealer, to define my eyebrows. And I have my two eyebrow products. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, and I'll be taking the gel product too, the Gimme Brow, so they can stay in place throughout the day. And this is my MAC Cosmetic mascara, and it's eyelash curler. And I'll be taking the Peach Perfect loose setting powder. I like this one, and I also like to travel with it because it's not that big. I mean, it's not travel size, but it's not huge, and the loose powder doesn't move around even if you're traveling. Like the way it's made, it keeps it without spilling, so I like this one. Of course, we need a setting powder, a setting spray, so our makeup lasts. I'll be taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. As a blush, I will be taking the Electric Wonder blush from MAC Cosmetics. It's this one. I believe it's called iridescent powder, so it's not called a blush, but it's basically a blush. It's very natural, so I love it. As foundation, I'm taking my NARS cream foundation. For highlighter, I'll be taking the Becca in Opal highlighter. I like to take like a couple of lipsticks. This is the Naturalist from MAC Cosmetics, and this one is What's Your Sign. So I'm taking, both of them are neutral, but I prefer to wear neutral toned lipsticks throughout my trips because you can easily wear them at like in the morning, at midday, and if you maybe have like a dinner, you can still wear them and you don't have to carry a bunch of stuff. Also very important, lip liner. This is from Marc Jacobs in the shade Cream and Sugar. A black eyeliner, also from Marc Jacobs, is in the shade Blacker. It's their black. So I decided to take the Zodiac Sign palette from ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. I like this one because, as you can see, it has neutral tones and it also has pops of color, which I think will be very fun for this summer. And it also has a black one, and that way you can make an evening look in case you go out or have dinner. So I think it's very versatile. And yeah, so this is the one I'm taking. Also, I always end up buying more makeup on my trips, so that's why I don't like to take a bunch of makeup, because I know I always return with more makeup. So I like to take the minimal amount of makeup with me, and that way I can buy more makeup. So these are the brushes I'll be taking with me. I'm taking my IT Cosmetics flat foundation brush. I'm taking this MAC for my bronzer. This one is from EcoTools. I'm taking it for the powder. This one's from Sephora. I'll be using this for my my blush. I'm taking this fan brush from Sephora for my highlighter. And for my concealer, I take this one. I don't know where I got this one. I've had this since I can remember. It's one of my first brushes. They were from the drugstore, but I don't think they have like a brand name, but they've actually kept well off over the years, so I'm taking this one. This little concealer brush, I like to take it to define my eyebrows. I bought this at Walgreens, and it just says concealer. It's very old, as you can tell, but it's very useful. And for my eyes, I'll be taking a normal sized MAC 217 blending brush. I'll be taking this Rachel Duo brush I bought at the drugstore also. And I had this little pouch from MAC Cosmetics. It's just one of their holiday collection special edition mini brushes, and it has any brush I might need to do my eye looks, and also with this other two I have enough brushes for different tones and colors, and that way I don't have to carry like normal size. I'll just take this travel sized brushes, and they're not that many, so we're good to go. And I'll put them in this case. And although they may not have seemed very big, here you can see we have all the brushes, and everything makeup related I showed you guys, it's just in this pouch. And I know it's not organized the way I would prefer as in makeup train case, but we have to work with the space. Now that they're closed, we could put them on our carry-on bag. So first we'll put the makeup brushes, so you can put them this way, see, and so it fits perfectly. And then our makeup, this little pouch, we're putting it here, and voila. So you can close your backpack, and as you can see, it still has a lot of room, so you can add like maybe your water bottle after crossing security at the airport, maybe a small jacket or one of the Uniqlo jackets that you can fit into very small spaces. And here I'll put the tickets, the print tickets I've already bought from different attractions, but you can also carry your laptop. I'll show you guys. So this is my laptop. I'm obviously not taking it with me, but you can easily fit. Here it just closes, then you close this little guy here. Sorry, with one hand it's kind of hard. And then, you know, the side pockets, and you're good to go. As for the rest of my suitcase, here I put my clothes. I've already decided the different outfits I would wear, so you just put everything here, and I'll just be putting my jewelry box there. I'm not taking any actual like real stuff, so I don't worry if it gets lost. And I also like to keep space, like extra space, because you never know what you might be buying on your trips. Any more clothes, souvenirs, you should always have some space left. And so here's my jewelry little box. This is from Wolf and Pottery Barn. It came with my jewelry box, and you just put it here, and when you close it, you're good to go. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you were able to learn a few useful tips and tricks for packing, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye!